Good morning. This is Rick Mabe with the Hope Institute. Glad you could join me for a minute. I want to talk to you about a very important project that is being brought to you by me and others called the Hope Institute Project. What you see over my shoulder is a vision board. And what's on that vision board is the vision I have for the Institute, a place where people can come and find solace and quiet and time to reflect, find answers, understand where they are, to assess their current situation, honestly reflect, connect with their omnipotence, reawaken their pure love for themselves and others, discover their essence, their pure purpose in life, develop a strategic plan for their product, which is themselves, and then bring that product onto our society and to our fabric of existence on our planet to help contribute value to the planet. I'm coming to you today to ask for your assistance in any way that you can bring it. Now is a critical time when we need to bring these types of projects to life. What's unique about the Hope Institute is that it is not following the historical, antique method of self-development, self-enlightenment. It is a unique model that I will provide to you upon request when you decide to become a member of the organization that is moving forward with building the Institute. What makes this unique is the Hope Formula. The Hope Formula follows certain universal laws that I think we all can relate to. And those laws are honesty, right? Omnipotence, which is what our Creator instilled upon us to be in the likeness of our Creator. God-like power, which I think that we can all attest to in the great things that we have done as human beings since the beginning of time. Not only are we powerful enough to create the computer that I'm talking to you on, but also to do other things that are not so great. And so what we're trying to do here with the Hope Institute is to help people to understand the difference between doing omnipotent things that contribute to the positive energy of existence, but also to accept responsibility and accountability for those things that can do things to harm our existence on the planet. Because when we're granted omnipotence, we have to accept the responsibility and accountability for the things that we do. And the reason that I'm highlighting that right this moment more than anything is because of the problems that we're exhibiting right now, particularly in the United States. As you see the rioting going on in the streets, and you see our leaders doing things that defy logic, that don't make sense to most of us. And maybe some of you think that it does make sense to you, but if you think really hard about it, it doesn't make sense in terms of our core belief systems and pure love that we should be exhibiting. We know that what's happening in our streets and what's happening in our cities doesn't follow the guidelines of our omnipotence and the responsibility and accountability that these leaders should be taking for what's happening. You and I both know that what's happening is not being responsibly taken care of because there's no accountability for what's happening. Our leaders and our politicians know that there's no accountability for what they do. They are not going to be held accountable for what's happening in our streets. If they were held accountable, we know that they would already have been held accountable for what's happening in cities like Portland and Chicago and Seattle. Instead, they run amok. They're allowed to do the things that are allowing people to kill and destroy without accountability to the political leaders that are in place. This is not a political statement, what I'm making. This is simply saying that our omnipotence puts power upon us to do great things. But it also comes with a very important aspect called accountability. We have to accept responsibility and accountability for the things that we do. When we don't, we suffer the consequences of accountability. When we can honestly assess where we are, and then understand the omnipotence that comes with our creation, and then embrace the pure love, the perfect love that we have within us to care for our fellow man, then the essence of our humanity blossoms and we can move forward to be what we were created to be in the likeness of our Creator. So the Hope Institute is all about that. That is what the Hope Institute is here to do. Right now, we are online. We are creating a movement. We are creating an organization of like-minded people who are contributing their time, money, and effort to put the first Hope Institute in place. We need your help. I'm coming to you now, particularly in this time of need for so many people, to help us to build the first Hope Institute. The website is livinghopeinstitute.org. You can go there. You can see what it's about. You can go through the pages there. We've got a newsletter. We've got a blog. We've got a donation page. We've got a slide presentation that talks about how we want this Hope Institute to be. It's a self-sustaining environment. It's going to be about an organic farm environment where people learn how to grow food. We provide food for the homeless on the Institute. Solar power, wind power, to try to help be self-sustaining and creating energy and feeding that back into the surrounding community. It's a place of learning where people can come to learn a trade. Craft masters are housed there so that they can teach crafts for whatever's in demand in the local community. There's dormitories, there's permanent residences there. It's all in the plan. It's all there. Please go to the site, livinghopeinstitute.org, and check it out. I think you'll find that the thought that's gone into this pretty much is certain to give a feeling to you that this is a success in waiting. The funding for this initially comes from people like you, philanthropists and others, who are willing to donate some cash and money to get the first site set up, to bring in the people that are going to live there and create value for the people that need us right now. They need a place to go. They need a place to find solace and to be able to touch with others who are into the Hope formula, who are willing to help people to find honesty in their lives, to honestly assess, to look in the mirror, to look in their eyes and understand what it is that they're experiencing, to reconnect with their omnipotence, to embrace pure love, and to awaken that essence to build their product, which is themselves, with a strategic plan where they set goals and objectives for themselves, to start a business or to go out into your local community and find a job with hope in their heart, honesty, omnipotence, pure love, and essence. And that's what makes this thing more unique than anything else, is that there's a whole different bearing when they leave the Hope Institute to go out and create value in the community. For people that come in as residences to learn hope and to get a trade or to spend time there as needed to turn their lives around, so we have a 2-year program for the apprenticeship. For people who are there permanently, that's their life. They live on the property. The first property is going to be is like 200 acres. The initial go is to find a 200 plus farm in need of resurrection, if you will. One of the first residents there would be a farmer who comes in, gets the farm going with an apprentice or two who wants to learn farming that we bring in from somewhere like a Salvation Army residence or some other place, an outreach place that we go and we find people that need help that are looking for a new life. We bring them in, we give them a 2-year residency to learn farming. The farmer teaches them about farming, organic farming. Meanwhile, we have the community center in the center of the Hope Institute, where we have a cafeteria that we feed people that we bring in that need food. We feed people. So the model is full of really great things that we do for the local community as we're helping people come in as residences temporarily to learn and to gain knowledge and move forward with their lives. We need assistance from people who can contribute money to help us get to first place. It's in the model. It's in the business plan. We've got projections out for 5 years to get us to that first place. Once the first institute is set up, we have business model in place to help start businesses, that help feed back into the Hope Institute, to help it to become self-sustaining with the donations from people who leave the Institute and continue to contribute to the Institute when they leave. There are business subsidies from the Hope Institute Incorporated, the 501c3. We are a 501c3, but we also have subsidiaries that are profitable businesses that donate back into the Hope Institute to help keep it going. At some point, the Hope Institute, along with the fundraisers, along with the subsidiaries, becomes a self-sustaining public charity that provides so much to the community. It provides clothing, food, and shelter for people who are homeless that just need some food, right? The Hope Institute provides that food and stuff with our farm. We bring in people, families, children, and others who need to learn self-sustaining, independence skills in order to be able to get back out into the community and create value there with a job or with a business. We help them with that. That's part of how we regenerate back into our treasury too with that. So I think I've taken about enough of your time, but now is the time for us to get on board with this model, with this project. I'm Rick Mabe, Coach Rick. This, of course, has been my creation for many years. I feel like that this is something that we have been waiting for a very long time. We've been working for a very long time. We need some people who want to be on the board to make decisions on building this thing. We're looking for a farm in Virginia that will be the turnaround point for where we're going to build the community center, several dorm buildings, the cafeteria and kitchen area. There's a couple of options here. That one could be the farm that's ready for us to turn it around. The other thing we've looked at, there was one area that we couldn't get to. There was an old Boy Scout camp that would have been perfect. It already had dorms on it. It already had cafeteria on it. It had a recreation center. So if there's anyone out there who happens to know of a place like that could be turned around, and if you know of donators who are willing to donate that kind of property, even that would be a thing to look at. So I'm asking you, go to livinghopeinstitute.org, or you can contact me, Rick Mabe, at 757-696-3341 to talk about more. You can reach me at rickmabe@livinghopeinstitute.org. I'll be happy to share the business model with anybody that wants to business plan, with anybody that's interested in learning more about it up front. It's really time to get this thing moving forward. It's been in the making for a long time, and it's really, really, really time to start getting the funding coming in to make it a reality. So if you're interested, get with me, and I hope to see you soon. We do workshops. I teach Hope. I do workshops every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock, teaching people to be self-sustaining and to learn the Hope formula for their own personal growth. I've got the book, the workbook. Here's the book, the workbook. They're on Amazon.com for sale for $24.95. I do that. So this has been around for a while. It's been pretty. It's a working tool that works well for people when they get into it. So anyway, Rick Mabe, LivingHopeInstitute.org. Thank you.